Hi, I'm Carol. I'm a portrait and sports photographer here in southeastern Wisconsin, and I am entirely a mirrorless shooter. A couple of posts ago, I gave you an overview of my entire workflow on creating hybrid e-products, from getting them into Lightroom and iMovie, then moving them to ProShow Web, and creating my final product. Today I want to zoom in a little bit and just look at ProShow Web. It's an awesome tool for creating hybrid e-products, videos that contain stills and video clips, possibly audio, and sets them to music and makes them beautiful with very little effort. So give me a moment, I'll set up my desktop and show you around ProShow Web. Here we are in ProShow Web, and as you can see, I've preloaded the Imagery tab with about 10 pictures and a video clip. Regardless of how you get them here, whether you came from Lightroom using the plugin or you just did an add photos and videos, picked where they were, and added them that way, this is your starting point, your launch point. And from here, you can arrange the pictures in any sequence that you want. So I'm going to just make a few little adjustments here. And this one is my little video, so I think I want to put it here. And finally, I think I'll put this one up here. And we'll end with Della with great-grandmother. So as you can see, I'm just dragging and dropping and positioning the pictures in an order that I want. The next thing I'll do is pick a theme. If I had come from Lightroom, I would have pre-selected a theme. However, I'm not familiar with what each theme is and does, so I always come here, even if there's something that I chose there and applied, I always come here and look at it anyway. And if I had just come here directly and then uploaded, I would have to come to themes anyway and select something. So I'm going to look through, they've got lots of pre-made themes, and the good news is that I will be able to make a lot of adjustments after the fact. So I'm going to go with something called Holiday Stars. I'm going to select it. I always preview just to see what it looks like. So let's do that. Oh, that's really pretty. I'm going to use that theme. By the way, I just clicked applied. The music that you hear is not included with the theme. The music is in the library somewhere, but they don't tell you what it is. And that's something that I kind of wish they did, because sometimes the music is perfect and I'd like to use it and the theme, but then I'd have to figure out what it was. So I've picked my theme. I applied it here. I'm going to come back to Imagery for just a moment, and there are two things that I can do. I'm not sure about the audio in this little clip, so I'm going to leave it on. But if you have audio that you don't want to use, you hit mute. That way it will not bring the music down to let that shine. Even if you muted it in another piece of software, it'll still bring the music down as if there was audio there. So you have to tell it here to mute or not to mute. The other thing I'm going to do is I am going to add a title. So here I'm going to do an add text, click in here and put the little ones, and I'm going to move that to the beginning, and I think right about here I'm going to add one more piece that says Thanksgiving. Oops, I've done that before. Note to self, you've got to click in the box before you start typing. And the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add, because this could be potentially a product for a client, a family portrait client, I'm going to add one more photo. I will quickly navigate to where it is because I didn't think to put it on my desktop, but I've got it here, and it says ProShow Web. It's just a plain old slide, so we'll open that. And as you can see, that uploaded fairly quickly. I like to end on a slide that has my business name on it, just so that my clients don't forget where they got their awesome slideshow. The next thing I'm going to do is I am going to pick some music. If you add your own music, make sure that you're licensed for it. I'm going to grab something from the instrumental because I don't want any real vocals in there. And then I just tuss them out like this. Clicking on the little arrow. Oh, I kind of like that. I think I'll go with it. So that was called African Skies, and I'm going to put it up here. And you'll note that this is a 2-minute and 30-second piece of music. I don't have anywhere near enough pictures for that. So when I get to the Details tab, which is where I'm going, one of the first things I'm going to do is decide whether I want to allow ProShow to set the pace according to the music. I think I'm going to come into custom though, and I think I'm going to bump it up to high energy so it goes by a little faster. I put a title in when I uploaded from Lightroom. That's what showed up here in the Give It a Name. Certainly you can change that or give it a name fresh if you came in some way other than through Lightroom. And the third thing up here is to provide a button that's like a call to action. Click here. And then you can put your URL for your site so that at the end, when it's playing on a social site or YouTube, it'll give that, click here, and when they click, they'll be taken to your website. For this little example, I'm not going to do that. You can change the default poster frame by uploading a JPEG that you would prefer. I typically don't do that for whatever reason. If I need to change it, I change it later when I'm ready to give it to my client. I don't watermark mine. If I was working for a commercial client, a dentist's office, a florist, I may very well watermark it with their logo so that that's always showing on the screen during their show, or not. But that's an option that you have here. So the next thing I'm going to do is go to the Watch tab, which is where I'm going to build my video. I'm going to leave you for just a moment, let ProShow build the video, and I'll be back when it's ready to show you. Welcome back. It's really only been a moment or two, well, a minute or two, and here we have our show ready to be viewed. So the next thing I would do is just that. I would take a look at it. So let's start it here. It's about a minute long, so sit back and relax. Let's see what we got.
I know it's hard. I know it's hard. Yellow.
Well, there you have it. If you're happy with it, you can move on to the Share, which is here, and Download tabs. If you need to make a change, there's two ways to go. Try Again is simply going to remix it using the transitions and styles from the theme that you chose in a different order. Or you can edit what you've done if it's just a little thing that you want to tweak, and often there is. Instead of clicking edit, I like to go to Imagery, and I'll just show you what you can do. For example, one of the things that we might do is right here on this little video. I'm not sure if I like the sound of it or not. If I didn't, I might mute it and not hear it and just let the music be the thing. In this case, it made me chuckle, so I'm going to leave it in there. I am, though, going to change just a little bit here. I didn't like the style. I felt like it was cutting the kids' heads off. So I'm going to go down. First selected the image that I want to change. I'm going to go to drag and drop effects. And right now it's some sort of a fill frame. I want to go, and you'll note over here, Holiday Stars theme. The first thing it shows you by default are all of the styles and transitions that are in that theme. You have available to you, however, all of the styles that are offered for free, unless you bought some style packs, then you have even more available. So I've picked the one that I want to change, and I'm going to go and find what I would like to change it to. I'm going to go with Holiday Stars Single, and I'm going to drop it right up there. And so you see now it's changed that, and it'll give me a different effect. I could also change the transition. I can also do a remove effect. You can remove everything, all the styles and all the transitions, or just the one on the selected pictures. So you could basically start over or just take it off of that one and try again, maybe with nothing at all, etc. So the thing you would do now is you would go down to watch, assuming that you had everything done the way you liked it. I can't get any more energy out of mine. I would have liked it to be a little shorter. And so now we're going to build it one more time. I'll be back just as soon as it's done. And here we are back. Again, it took only a minute or two to create it for us. Typically, I would watch it again, and I would say most of the time I'm happy after one pass of editing, and once in a while I just love it the way it comes out. In any case, I didn't spend a whole lot of time. I got a really gorgeous show. Now I can share it and look at all the ways I can do that. Facebook, YouTube, tweet about it. I can generate a link to it. I can get the embed code so that I can embed it on another site. I can also download it. By default, this little preview that it makes here is a 360p size resolution. I can obviously create a little bit higher. I can go to HD and create 720 or 8010 or even a Blu-ray ISO. I can also create a mobile size, something suitable for a tablet or a cell phone. Here's a tip. When I sell these to my clients, I make them 1080. When they buy not only the 1080, but what I call my folio product that comes with really beautiful designed folio and comes at a premium price, I give them in addition a 240p copy that they can have on their cell phone. That's just smart because it's advertising for me. They can take it everywhere they go and still have the beautiful folio and the big screen size movie for at home. So that's my little overview of ProShow Web. I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.